Alright, I'm just going to show the rewiring job that I did on my friend's PKM magazine. Basically my friend, he didn't care for the trigger sync wiring system that the gun had, and anyway I put a new MOSFET in the gun itself, so I couldn't really use the stock setup anyway, so I had to recreate the wiring system in the magazine so that he could use the same battery for the gun and the magazine, so that he could just by pressing the button on the magazine he could wind it. But the problem is that he's using, or the gun will use, this 11.1 volt light post, so you can't just directly hook this on the winding motor because it would break or it would wind too fast. So I had to create this voltage regulating circuit here. I'm gonna put a link in the description on how to make this, but it's really simple. It's just one diode and then a 5 volt regulator and then two capacitors, and then I put this heat shield here so that or heat sink, so that to make sure that it stays cool. So that basically brings the voltage down to 5 volts, so then the mag winds like at the proper speed. So here is how I have the wiring set up. This is basically I made a connector here so that you could easily take down the magazine if you need to do the maintenance on the feed mag or something. So I put a Tamiya connector because the amperage is quite low anyway, so you don't need DINs or anything here. Then here's the mag. I made some modifications, like this is not in the stock mag. I put this switch here. It's a very big and robust switch to make sure that it doesn't overheat or anything. So, and then I have like this main on and off switch. Well, you can use the stock switch as well, but I find that this is a little bit better system to have, like main on and off switch and then just a button switch, because the stock switch is just like a slide switch and it stays on or off. I mean, the winding stays on or off, so it's kind of weird. So with this you can just wind the mag whenever you want. So this is not a trigger sync, but I don't think that's really even necessary. So then the wiring here inside is very simple. It's just basically a loop. Here's a connector that it takes the voltage from the battery, the balancer connector, and then it runs through the on and off switch and then the running switch. It basically goes a circle and comes to this connector, which then connects on the feed mag itself. And I can slowly demonstrate here how it works. So this is basically what you can do if you put a new MOSFET in your PKM or SAW, if you not need trigger sync. Oops, press the button here. So now by pressing this, the it will wind. So that's how simple it is. So I will put a link in the description on the circuit, so that, and the parts list, so that you can make it. The parts for the circuit are really cheap. It's like, when I bought them they were like €3, so it's nothing too expensive. Then of course you need to be able to solder. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.